Hey guys, in this video I'm hanging out with Paul in the Philippines, Old Dog New Tricks, hanging out at his house, and we haven't seen each other in a couple months, so stay tuned. Hi everyone. So today I got Paul. Of course, everybody recognizes Paul from his channel.
Hello everybody.
Which has really been growing lately, right?
Yeah, it's been really good.
And Steve over here is a good friend of ours. He's actually stuck in Dumaguete. He's been here. How long have you been here now, Steve?
I got here January 6th.
January 6th, and he's one of the guys that actually got stuck here. When were you actually planning on leaving?
April 6th.
April 6th.
Yes.
And of course that's changed now.
Yes.
So, and Paul too, you're coming up on 6 months, and every 6 months, what do you do usually?
Every 5 months, actually, I try to leave the country because I avoid getting what's called an exit clearance, which is this long, laborious trek to Cebu and back to get a special stamp, and then you have to leave the country. And the other hassle with an exit clearance is if I get a phone call and I need to go to America tomorrow for whatever reason, an emergency, or this or that or the other, I would first have to go to Cebu, do all this hoo-ha, burn 2 days trying to get that organized, and then leave the country. So I was just going to bug out of the country next month. I was going to go to Malaysia, Thailand, go for a week, come back in, and start the renewal process all over on my immigration. But that's out the window.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's a good way to go visit other countries at the same time, right?
It is. It's a good way to take a vacation from your vacation.
Right. Yeah, Paul is already on permanent vacation here, and Steve, right?
And you.
And me.
All of us.
Though I do work a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, not like 40 hours a week anymore. So yeah, we're just hanging out, and we got the girls inside. It looks like they're dancing. We'll get some video of that later, and hopefully them swimming in bikinis, maybe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So something funny. We've only been out of the enhanced community quarantine, which was basically complete lockdown except for certain days. And now things are open up. What did you do on your first day of freedom? Did you do anything?
Yeah, I did. I went, a friend of mine picked me up yesterday, and we went down to see a doctor of all things. We both had bad backs. So we went to go see a therapist, physical therapist for our backs. And then on the way back, we stopped off and picked up some groceries. And it was just sort of an errand day. May went with us. It was me and my friend Joe, and we took his car. But what I noticed was we were supposed to go from this extreme lockdown, which was strictly enforced and totally followed.
Right.
I mean, everybody, if you went out day before yesterday, you didn't see anybody on the street except for essential services.
Yep.
Yesterday when we went out, it was just like nothing, there was no point.
Right.
Everybody was out. The only thing that I didn't see was all the businesses open. But all the small places are running. People are driving. The checkpoints, they're just waving you through.
Yep.
We never got checked. We never got temperature taken. We got nothing. The only thing they required was that we have a face mask. That was it. That was the only thing.
Yeah, same. We actually went to the dentist for her. She had some tooth problem, and everything seemed to be open other than masks and some social distancing, and
restaurants are closed.
Restaurants.
We went to Starbucks and it was a drag because I went in and got my latte. My friend Joe got it. We had to go across the street, sit on a bench out in the heat, and drink our coffee. And it's just not the same because I like the coffee shop ambiance. I like sitting there with a little music. You have some friends, air conditioning. You can get a cookie. You know, you can just chill. You just have that coffee shop experience. So that was kind of a drag. I'll be really glad when the coffee shops open. I'm not a big drinker, neither are you.
No.
And so every blue moon we'll go have a beer or something like that. But our thing, me and Gio at least, I think Steve's the same way, is we just like to go to coffee shops and enjoy a nice brew and have some conversation and bring the girls along and kill an hour, you know, and just socialize. And that's dead. So we're socializing here at my place.
Right. But maintaining social distance,
absolutely.
right? Yeah. So how about you, Steve? What did you do on your first day of freedom?
Well, I rolled down the road and had to work on my aggressive and defensive driving skills because there were a lot of people out, like Paul said.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do was take a walk up and down the boulevard, look at the ocean, see that open space. And my girlfriend, she wanted some French fries. So that's pretty much what we did the first day. Didn't have any definite plans.
Yeah, we just kind of drove around and did a few odds and ends. But really, like Paul said, none of the restaurants are really open other than takeout. And for me, the whole point of eating out is just the ambiance and sitting out.
Get out of the house.
Right,
We've been in that
exactly.
freaking house for a month.
Right.
The big advantage for me this month, and I think it was for you too, was I saved a lot of money.
True. Yeah, my I don't know about you, but my expenses went from about $1,300 a month to I think $750 for the month of
expenses definitely went
April.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Eating at home is a lot less expensive than eating out.
it is. What is your go-to food during the quarantine? Is there something you have to have in the house always?
Myself,
Yeah,
I got steaks.
steaks. Because you were on the
Keto diet.
on the keto diet. How long did that last?
It lasted about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And how much did you lose?
I lost 10 pounds.
And how about today? Where are you
I
at?
gained 5 pounds back.
He's still in the positive. He still lost 5 pounds. Better than me because I've gained about 5 pounds.
I ran out of food.
That'll
I
happen.
started eating the freaking rice again.
That's what kills me. My girlfriend will load my plate up on right. Like she'll double the portion that I want, and I'll tell her no, I don't want that much. And then she'll also take her food and she'll put it onto my plate.
Right.
And then sometimes she'll say, "Oh, look, there's a lizard on the wall." I'll look away, and then she dumps more of her food on my plate, and I'm like, "Come on, I'm trying to lose some weight here."
Well, you know what? During this whole month, I imagine that everybody did. Because you're
Yeah.
home and you're watching Netflix,
Yeah.
and you know it's just the couch, the TV, the computer.
Yeah.
You can go outside, but you can't really. You can't go. A lot of guys go to gyms. They can't go to gyms.
No.
So.
And they say gyms are probably the last thing to be open.
My thinking is in America, there's a lot of women since the beauty shops have been closed. They're all starting to look like Maud.
And
Oh no!
and that's
Not a
pretty
good sight.
that's pretty scary considering the way they looked in the first place, right? What do you think's happening during the quarantine? I'm thinking there's a lot of divorces going to happen, and a lot of babies being made.
I think there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of family issues.
Yeah, I do
People have to
too.
deal with each other now.
Right.
Think about it. I mean, you know, the kids go to school, daddy goes to work, mom stays at home and has a cocktail and watches The Price is Right.
Right.
You know, and now everybody's got to actually talk to one another.
Right.
So there's going to be some weird dynamics
Sure.
that come out.
And the one thing about the Philippines is it's already in their culture to be already close knit and already together, and they're always together anyway. So for them, I don't think the lockdown, as far as socially, was that big of a deal. But I think for like Westerners,
Absolutely. You know, I had a
Worse.
thought the other day as we were driving around, and I saw all the people. At first, I was really concerned because so many people were out of work, and there are
Right.
people that are sincerely hurting out here for
Yeah.
food and whatnot, but not as intense or as bad as I thought it would be. And then I
Right.
realized, because I saw people, they were always in groups of 10 or 12 or 15, and this is a community and this is a culture where neighbor helps neighbor. And so the guy
That's
that's
true.
got 2 bags of rice will help the guy with no bags of rice. So although it was a real problem here as far as the poverty goes, I don't think it was as critical as I envisioned it at first. I actually think America and other more developed countries are having a tougher time because people are used to their paychecks coming in.
right?
Almost 100% of all Americans spend 100% of their check before it's over with.
Right.
There's very little savings going on.
Right.
And so I think it was more stressful and much more damaging to Americans than it was to the Philippines. I don't know if you agree with that. That's just
Yeah,
my take on it.
I do. Sounds reasonable to me. Yeah. So, if you had a guess, guys, we'll start with Steve. If you had a guess, I'll give you my guess too. But if you had to guess, when do you think international travel would open up for the Philippines? start with Steve. Based on what you know and what you've read. And,
Yeah. Well, I think there's a difference between what will open up. I think some international travel, maybe to leave the Philippines, will open up before coming in, because that'll be easier, because you may have to get your health statement or something like that.
Right.
And there will be less risk for the country, so they'll allow you to leave.
Okay.
I don't know what that picture's going to look like. I know there's sweeper flights that allow that now, but they're very expensive.
Right.
And you have some hoops to go through on that. But as far as to answer your question on the timeline, I always thought it was going to be sooner than what it sounds like it's going to be. So, everybody seems to be talking about after the first of the year.
Is that your guess?
Well, especially after the listening to the tourism gal that runs that saying
Right.
that was the case. I'm wishful thinking on sooner than later.
Right.
But that's actually kind of shocking to me that it would be that long.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking summertime it was going to happen, and then the fall, and now we're talking about the first of the year.
Right.
So I really think it is a guesstimate.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, after the first of the year,
After the first of the year is your guess?
before they let anybody start traveling internationally here, I would say so.
Okay. What about you, Paul? What do you
I
feel?
got to concur because I watched Enrique's video. And Enrique's really good with facts and figures and bullet points. And he took 4 or 5 articles and did 4 or 5 points on his last video or one of his last videos.
Yep.
And it made perfect sense
Yep.
that January would be the time, at least the Philippines, to start entertaining international flights. What do you think?
Based on what I read and everything, I mean, that makes the most sense at the beginning of the year. However, I think the Philippines is, I think it's 25% of their GDP is on tourism. And I believe that by September they're gonna, if things are getting better and that it's decreasing, and maybe they'll have, I don't know, they probably would not have the vaccine, but they do have some medication that maybe will cut down the symptoms, or not the symptoms, but the what's the word I'm looking for? What's the drug right now that they have something out that cuts 33
days, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
One,
Yeah.
Gilead Sciences.
Gilead Sciences, yeah, not
Yeah.
sure of the name of it. But
Right.
it is like a light switch. And that is,
Right.
if things do happen and progress pretty quickly, they can throw that switch and, not overnight, but all of a sudden make the changes. Like, it's just,
Right. I think the Philippines might also follow some neighbors. So I think like maybe if like Singapore or Vietnam or Malaysia or Thailand start to open up like August, September, I think Philippines might follow suit. Maybe just kind of copy what they're implementing. Like maybe like you'll need a medical certification. You'll need I don't know, but I'm gonna guess September.
What do you think about the cost of flights? If they've got to separate people, you think they're going to do that? Like,
No.
You think they're going to pack the plane?
I think they're going to pack the plane. I don't think it would make any sense for an airline to do that. It's not cost effective. I think they would put in maybe the plexiglass in between the seats, or take that middle seat and reverse it. I've seen a couple of things
You're
on
essentially
that.
in a submarine, so you're recycling the same air. So I don't know how that would even do it.
Right. I mean, when you get up in the aisle to walk to the bathroom or to get off the airplane, you're going to be bumping into each other anyway. So the removal of the middle seat just doesn't make a lot of sense. It kind of reminds me of when they had smoking and non-smoking on the plane. When you were in a tube, everybody breathing the same air.
I miss those days.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the restaurants in the 80s where there'd be non-smoking, smoking, but literally you could.
The cloud coming over.
Yeah, right next to your seat was somebody who smokes or doesn't smoke. So, that's kind of.
Movie theaters are my favorite.
Oh yeah, the movie theaters too. Yeah, so we'll see. I think we've gone quite a while, guys. So we'll probably call it. We'll end it here, and maybe we can get the girls out in bikinis
that would be awesome.
swimming.
That'll be my video.
That'll be your video. I'm going to throw some of that on mine too. But by the way, Paul is doing unbelievable on YouTube. He's literally about to pass me on subs here. I have to admit, I've been extremely lazy doing videos. But I have done 30 days of live streams in a row.
Yes,
So
yeah, that's
yeah.
amazing in itself.
And I'll probably, that is a marathon. I'll probably keep that going. But yeah. But yeah, it's good, right? To be able to get out and see people.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
This is absolutely great. I'm looking forward to this month. I really
Yeah.
Really looking forward to the coffee shops open.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I actually getting out
Sit down and eat out.
Right.
I think Bamboo Box. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
And I'm getting on the scooter and doing some traveling around to see some of the things.
Yeah, for
Whether
sure.
they're open or not, just get out and see some of the country again.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll see everybody next time.
See
Bye.
you guys.
I have here boiled bananas, and what are you dipping it in? What is that? What is it? Fish paste? Salty fish. So this boiled banana, and then you put it in the salty fish.
Yummy.
Is it lami? Delicious?
Yummy.
Do you girls like bananas?
Yes.
They-
Love
they-
big bananas.
The girls love bananas. God bless them.
Look at that salty banana.
Let's see who can eat the biggest banana.
Hello, it's so relaxing here. I'm so sorry. Mag-tour nyo tayo dalawa. Unang pagkain na lang. Kailan daw? Monday. Monday. Monday.